Hi everyone. Trying to get my music going real quick. Here we go. Okay. So tonight we are gonna do a collective love reading. There's also been some super interesting money energy out right now. So if we start getting money messages, we're gonna have to wing it, because I feel like right now it's heavily connected to the energy that is around. So get comfy, get some water, and I'm gonna start pulling some cards. Let me get my deck. But yes, we're gonna go over collective love today, which I'm super excited about. So what I like to do in all of my readings is to ask you to just hold an intention for what it is you're wanting to receive today. Today, again, it's collective love, but money might come up. So you can go ahead and just close your eyes and take some deep breaths in, and then start to think about the situation that you are wanting clarity in. Again, there's going to be answers for quite a bit of people. So depending on, your situation and your guides, that's what messages are going to come up. So I'm going to pull some cards for whoever's here. What does a collective need to know about love right now? And we'll do it for the next couple days, because I'm going to go live again later this week to talk about what's been going on. Since there is a big manifestation portal right now, I would pay attention to how you've been feeling, what your thoughts are, especially as it pertains to love and finances. So let's see. Okay. That's a good sign. Let's pull 3 more. Anything else? And this is very similar energy as what I was looking at earlier today. Ooh. Okay, we have some interesting cards. Okay, so I was feeling before I got onto the live, as I was doing some channeling, that there was some heart chakra clearing that needed to be going on. So we have, which is actually a good thing, we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. So you're really wanting to shift out of feeling really heavy when it comes to relationships and wanting something more for yourself. And if you're in a relationship, that could be really different. Maybe you're beginning to work on your relationship. Maybe you're both or multiple partners have been really wanting to set the stage differently for how you move forward for the rest of the year. So this is a really good time to be doing that. We do have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the 9 of Wands here, which initially I'm really kind of feeling that probably for, I'm going to pull this card. Probably for a long time, you've had to work really hard in your relationships, or you haven't had the best luck. Like, maybe just when you think things are going to be really great, something falls apart, or you find that maybe a year or 2 down the road, you're not as well matched as you thought. And it's been a really hard journey for you. And the ancestors are saying that they're acknowledging that. And they want you to also know that you're not alone in this journey, and what they're going to be ushering in is going to be really beautiful for you. So with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, because I feel like this is also about your own energy and feeling disconnected to your own heart chakra, and calling in love. Maybe you have views around love where you're not 100% certain that it's going to work out for you, right? Like, you're not 10,000% sure that there's someone for you, or there's people out there for you. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know what you should be working on. And so the ancestors are also saying that you need to be in a Hierophant energy so that you can start to manifest that, which really means getting clear about what you are wanting, what it is that you've experienced growing up. What examples did you have growing up that has made it difficult for you in this stage of your life? Or not even difficult, but maybe is making you reflect on relationships during this time. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can also be platonic, right? Like, how are you relating to other people? Do you feel like you can connect with the friends that you have? Hi, Azure. Do you feel like you can truly connect with the friends that you have right now? Are they in alignment with where you want to go? Are they energetically on the same frequency as you? Same thing with your family members as well. Do you feel like the people who are in your circle are there to support you? And if they're not there to support you, the ancestors are saying, why are they there? Like, why are you continuing to be around this energy? Because now is a perfect time for you to fully cut them. So something that they're really suggesting, again, I feel like it's coming up every single day in September, is being really good about your cord cutting. I've got like 4 cord cutting candles going, and I'm going to be offering it to the public too. So if that's something that you are interested in, hi, good to see you again. If that is something you're interested in, I will be offering that very soon. But they're saying you have to look at your relationships. And the messages that I was getting before from the ancestors was also like, anybody that you have in your circle right now going forward, especially as you're calling forward your manifestations, are going to be a liability to anything around you. So this is going to be really true, especially if you are trying to create a family, right? Are you going to have people around your new family that are going to support you, or are you going to allow energies that don't align with you, right? Because you have to think generationally too. Like, do I want this energy in my own family line that I'm trying to grow? Do I want would I trust these people with my future children, right? Like, I constantly have to ask myself that. And if the question is no, then they have to go. The ancestors are saying, like, there is no more of this, I'm going to be in between, I'm going to let them text me whenever I want, because they're, you know, the Hierophant is very much so someone who leads with their spiritual energy. So they're saying that you need to be the leader in your own life, because there's people who are also looking up to you. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you do something that you're visible, or you might just socially be someone that people look up to. So they're saying that you need to lead. You are and leave. You are responsible for what happens in your life when it comes to relationships. So if you are feeling unfulfilled by the people who are in your lives, you have to make room for new people to come in that really align with you. And I'm also getting that, you know, some of the ancestors are saying that when you do that clearing, you're not, thank you everyone for the likes and the gifts, you're not alone. Like, you're never alone. When you start to do cord cutting, when you start to remove friends, you're never alone. And so they're saying that's a really old mentality that you have to get rid of, because also with this first card of like being in a good energy of wanting something new for yourself, we also have this card, you know, where it's the 6 of Swords in reverse. So you're not really doing the leaving, yet they're like, you have to do the leaving in order for the newness to come. So there's a lot of hesitancy going on right now, and it's really, really connected to the heart chakra. Thanks. And it's really, really connected to your head as well. So your crown chakra, which means you have a lot of busy thoughts going on should I talk to this person? Should I not? Should I do this for my business? Should I not? Should I, you know, make this shift? Should I change jobs? Like, they're saying you need to quiet your mind and come into your body and come back into your heart and use it as a compass to really guide you forward, right? Because it's time you shift out of this energy, because right below it, which I know exactly why they're reversed, right? Like, you have your 10 of Cups that is really wanting to come in. This could be a relationship, multiple relationships for you, depending on if you're poly or not, or however you identify, but you have your happy ending that's like trying to get into you. But it can't get in, right? It's like shoving a bunch of stuff into your closet and then open it and expecting to find the box all the way in the back so that you can put some holiday lights in there. Like, they're like, you have to clear it out. You have to be rid of things. Oh my God, just so cool. And I love cats. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this energy, along with this struggling, is like, maybe you haven't really been putting in the hard work when it comes to relationships, right? And that's where that accountability comes from. That's something that I always teach my clients of. You have to teach people how to treat you. There is no they're just going to know how to treat you. They're just going to know what your wants and desires are. They're just going to know like how to interact with you, right? Like, we are responsible for saying to them, I'm not happy right now, and this is sorry, I'm reading this. So this is why I need to make these changes in my life. And sometimes we don't want to have conversations, right? They're saying that you don't want to have I'm getting like, they just want to zip it, but they're like, you can't just zip it, right? There is no more zip it. You are so welcome for the reminder. This is really what I'm getting from this energy is like a call to action, like a full take accountability for your life and your relationships so you can receive what you want. And I know we talked about a little bit on the last live of even my own life of ushering in a new soul tribe. You will start to see these new people being the best people when you're willing to let them in, when you're willing to let go of that hurt, when you're willing to say, okay, maybe I've been a little closed off and now it's time for me to let it in, because the ancestors are saying, you deserve so much beauty. You deserve so much love. You deserve so much happiness. But do you believe that you deserve it? Because that's the only difference that's really keeping you from ushering in these new beginnings. So I want to pull, like even travel. Look, you have the Queen of Pentacles, right? Like, the Queen of Pentacles has been coming up a lot. Like, this energy of being grounded and being at peace. Like, look at how they're looking at their pentacle. Like, I'm trying to sit outside looking at a big ass pentacle like that. So this is what's coming for you. This is your true energy. Like, this isn't you. Who wants to be that? Like, the ancestors are like, you want to be this or do you want to be that? You this or that, right? They're saying it's really simple. Like, and I think even as a society, when you start to do generational work and like decolonizing your own energy, you start to realize that we just keep people around because of niceness, right? Like, we don't want to offend anybody because then we're a bad person. And especially if you are a person who is intersectional, that's where it can get tricky, right? But you don't have to carry that. Like, you never have to carry that. All you have to do is remember that you are this Queen of Pentacles energy and you can manifest anything that you desire because you deserve it. And all of it comes from your heart. They're saying, don't try to manifest love, relationships, new opportunities for yourself from your solar plexus, right? I'm getting solar plexus. Like, there's this sense of maybe using your solar plexus and your power to push people away or to grab people, right? But they're saying when you use your heart chakra, you can magnetize people in because you have this open energy. You have a lighter energy. You've released all of your grief, right? So people can feel that desire from you to want to connect, right? It's more of that Venusian energy, the Venus energy, or like Aphrodite, right? It's being in that energy, and it's not even about genders. It's really that feeling of, I love myself so much that people are gonna feel it, that they're gonna want to be friends with me, and I'm gonna want to connect with them as well. So let's pull a cut. Yeah, you've had a really hard time in the past, but they're saying it's time to celebrate. Don't block it. Like, don't block these relationships from coming in, because they're also going to lead to a lot of prosperity and just you receiving the help that you want. So you don't have to do it alone. Like, you never have to do this alone. You never have to be on this journey of life alone. You never have to run your business alone. They're saying, like, enough of alone. This is not the energy for you anymore. It served you once upon a time to do the healing, right? And to sit in your own energy. But now they're saying it's okay to let people in so they can also hold energy for you as well. And you can do the same for them. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come up. I'm still getting like a little bit of money energy coming through. Yeah, like maybe some of you are also artists, but you're feeling a little bit blocked. Maybe not making decisions on things you want to create. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah. So we have we have the hanged man in reverse. So the ancestors want you to look at life right now from a different perspective than you have in the past. Yes, been isolating for 4 months, and yes, I just started the artistry way, and it's like, yeah, it's amazing, right? Once you shift into a different creative energy and you do it from a place of love, it'll change your life. But the ancestors are saying it's okay to take a different approach this time, and the approach can be something that maybe you've never really seen before, right? Like maybe you're coming, look what's at the fucking bottom. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, please take a different approach to your creativity, right? Because even as artists, because I'm an artist myself, homie, yeah, tap into your intuition. Not balancing. You need to get outside. That's coming up a lot, getting outside. But even as artists, we need to be able to tap into pure raw energy, because a lot of us create for the collective from deeper frequencies, right? Frequencies that not everybody can tap into. Maybe you have different clairs so you can hear things and you can create music, right? Or maybe you can see things in your mind's eye and so you paint different stuff. I know for myself, I've literally been sketching people's faces that are trying to get messages through, and people I'm about to meet. So you have to be open to these energies. But if I was stuck and hard on myself all the time, I wouldn't be able to receive those messages from the ancestors. So you have to take a different perspective this time in love, because there's so much coming for you. And the ancestors, I just see them like literally wrapping their arms around you and saying you're gonna be okay. It's like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this together. So maybe you might be going through some sort of separation, or you have before, or you're just feeling energetically and emotionally separated from other people, and they're saying it's okay, it's only temporary, this is going to get better, your tribe is here, right? So when it comes to opening your energy, something that I always teach my clients is first thing in the morning is to do lots of chest openers if you have the accessibility to do so, and like taking deep breaths in. Like first thing in the morning, you just want to physically open your heart chakra and imagine just so much golden light just flowing in, and allow it to come and go. And sometimes if I feel like it's really stuck, I will place my hands here and I will literally open my arms and close them almost like a heartbeat, and I will breathe with drumming or whatever it is, so I can, it's almost like I'm rehabilitating myself to get my heart chakra to open up, especially if you've had any, traumas, which it seems like with this card, a lot of you have, maybe from family, or, some even not so great partners, because I'm getting that as well. And I'm like really sorry, because I've been there as well. But you have a lot of energy that's also physically trapped in your body, and sometimes in order to release it, like I know that a lot of spiritual teachers always want to just tell you to do energetic cleansing, but when you do generational healing, you have to address the physical body. So do those stretches first thing in the morning. You can like go diagonal, you can do all these different directions, and I'm actually thinking of doing some live stretches when I have time, maybe at the park or at the water, so we can do them all together, because I think it would be really fun. because it's really important that you are able to usher in this love. And I appreciate you all for sending all the gifts and all of the love. If you want personal love readings, head over to my bio and book a phone reading. I'm happy to answer all of your questions there, and even bring in the ancestors as well to help. So happy to answer your questions there. I'm gonna do the mermaid deck again. I've been obsessed with this deck and I can't put it down. And heart, love you all. And since we're doing emotions and things like that, I want to pull from this mermaid deck. Getting something for somebody in here. Be mindful what you listen to. That one, I don't know who that's for, but just be mindful of the music you're listening to. If it's a little bit heavy, if it's a little, you didn't see them last time, excited, yay. Change your music, like listen to happier music if you can, or listen to frequencies. Like I think I mentioned this last time, you can listen to frequencies before bedtime or while you're sleeping. That's a really great time. You can listen to subliminals as well, affirmations. Just find some on YouTube and listen to them. I'm actually going to create some down the road. I freaking love this thing. I wish this was real life. No, I'm not even kidding. If someone can buy me that would be fabulous. Let's see what wants to come out. Maybe someone doesn't want to talk about their emotions. Is that why I'm not getting a card? Sound like anybody? Whales. So tap into your inner wisdom and navigate life's steps with grace and majesty. Yeah, so don't be afraid to dive deep into your emotions. This is the card. It's really, really pretty. It came out like upside down, which is funny because I literally just said to someone like unwilling to talk about their emotions. So if you are having trouble speaking about your emotions, begin with writing it down. Write out how you're feeling every single day so you can get used to expressing your emotions, expressing love, expressing in general, right? Because one thing I talk about all the time, even as an activist, is, and I put this on my story today, I love how it all just goes together. Expressing is a huge part of belonging, right? So if you are not able to express yourself, then you automatically feel alienated, right? It's the same thing with love and relationships. So if you're unable to express yourself, it's going to be really hard to feel accepted also by other people, right? Like that's how also oppression works when it comes towards people of color, people who are marginalized. I just like, it's not worth it with my family. Yeah, do what's best for you, right? And if you feel like it's not worth it to do that, then don't. But just like really sit with your emotions, because there is something around not being able to express it. And you know, at some point, whether or not you talk to your family or not, right, or whatever relationship or relationships, yeah, aliens, you might be in, it's still going to be beneficial down the road, right? Because if we're ushering in new relationships, we have to be able to express ourselves no matter what it looks like, right? I know for a long time I didn't want to express myself to my family because I expressed myself a lot growing up. A lot. And that was how I ended up getting shut down a lot, because I was a really vocal kid. Because I would be like, I don't really like you, don't come near. like I've always been really vocal. And so over time, as I was in relationships that weren't so great, it became harder to express myself. But it only put me in a bad situation again, because I was then not expressing, so I was hurting myself and not being honest with myself, and then I was allowing this other person to cause harm to me because I couldn't express myself. So then it was like an even bigger issue in my own personal life, right? So at some point we have to be able to express no matter the situation, and sometimes it does take reading the situation. I always want you to be safe, but I also want you to look at it generationally, because in the long run, you could be hurting yourself, but just do whatever is best for you. Oh, this one's at the bottom. This one's really fun. Siren Serenade. I was just talking about sirens. It says, embrace the rhythm of life and let your movements flow with the currents of change. Yeah, so change in relationships. So sirens also sing, and they're very influential, right? Like they're able to persuade people with the way they express themselves. So that's gonna be really important. I love that it mentions rhythm because we were just talking about moving the body. So if you also, this thing is like real smoky, hold on. If you're also someone who likes to dance, likes to move their body, likes to like run, likes to exercise, do that stuff right now so it can help you, right? Because those chest openers are so amazing. Imagine if you just open your whole body, right? Or release a bunch of trauma. But again, think about a siren, they sing. And since you're all here, I'm going to be going live either Saturday or Sunday to do like a fun sing-along concert because I'm a singer, I'm a musician, but also I'm really big on clearing throat chakras because that's where our power is. And right now with these manifestations, we need to be able to speak it into existence. And with hoodoo, if you have a hoodoo practice, your spells and your rituals are the most strong when you can speak them out or make noise with them, right? Like when you're doing cleansings or washes or bathings, you like pull the herbs off, you're yelling to physically get it out of your body to clear your energy. So these are things that are used to move energy, and because of colonialism, we've all been taught to be quiet, which is the opposite of what we really want to do, especially when it comes to love. So think about that siren energy. Come join me for a freaking sing-along because it's going to be fun. And let me grab maybe 2 more cards, and then I'll pull a Sybil card, and then I feel like that can be it. And if you're wanting to, it's going to be so much fun. I'm hosting Unstoppable Wealth Creators, so we're going to go over manifesting wealth, clearing any money blocks. You also have access to upgrading to a Fly With Me session, which is inner child healing, mediumship, tarot. It's like the best thing all in one. We're going to do it on 9/19, which is a big portal, and September is really powerful. So if you're wanting to be in that workshop, please do go look at my bio. It's going to be so much fun. Unstoppable Wealth Creators is one of my favorites energetically because I love money and I love teaching people about money. So here's another one called Mana Rays. Find serenity in graceful, guess what? In graceful movement and let life's currents carry you to new heights. How beautiful is that? Amazing. So this is just further confirmation for you. Allow your energy to flow out of you and express so you can manifest the love and have all of your desires fulfilled, right? So let's get one more from here. And ooh, sis. I said one. Okay. Shipwrecks. Explore the depths of your past to uncover hidden treasures of wisdom and resilience. I was just talking about at the beginning of this video about your relationship to how you were taught about love. So what examples did you have? This is going to be really good for you to do for journal work. You can do it tonight so you can get shit out of your mind, or you can do it tomorrow, throughout the week. It doesn't matter. But think about, what examples did I have for love? Was it stable? Was it not stable? Was I taught to like overgive to people, and did I have to earn love, right? So really think about it, right? Were your relationships transactional? I know that growing up I had to earn love. My relationships were always transactional, and so I had to really do a lot of deep healing, and then I experienced other trauma, and then it was just like swords out shields out, right? So what can you do to help you release your past and help you move forward into your future? So let's pull a Sybil card. And again, thank you all for we're fucking crushing it right now with these likes. 6,000, you're the best. And thank you all for your gifts. And if you have any questions, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think so. Okay. I'm trying to keep up as much as I can. But let me know if I missed anything. Feel free to drop it below. Or if there's anything you want to know about love in general or chakra work, I'm happy to answer. Can you guess? You got analysis for the Sybil card. Again, this goes with shipwreck, right? Like that is further confirmation of really looking at your relationship to love and what you've accepted over the past couple years, over, you know, the past 6 months. Like what have you really been allowing into your life that isn't going to serve you going forward, and how can you usher in this new energy of abundance, this new energy of love, and find stability not just within yourself but outside of you, so you can have a soul tribe and a family line that is also aligned with your views now, right? Because if you, let's say you're already married and you have a relationship and you have a family, what kind of generational relationships to love do you want to set the stage for, right? Like this is a perfect opportunity for you to look at it. The energy is here. The ancestors are here saying like, pave something different for yourself and we're gonna just help you do it, right? Yes, absolutely. Soul tribes. I love soul tribes. They're like literally sometimes the things that my soul tribe says, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna feel like they're in your mind most of the time. So let me pull one more card. I love that. Let's pull one more card. And again, just a reminder, Unstoppable Wealth Creators signups are open right now, so go ahead and join, or you can do a phone reading. Who is this? We have an ancestor saying they're sorry. Go into that another day. So we have Pride and Disguise. These are very interesting. So the energy that I'm getting off of with Pride is twofold. So for some of you, are you able to admit that you've accepted lower frequencies into your life, right? Because I feel like accountability has been a really big theme for this reading, and wanting to physically create change for yourself. So you have to be able to admit to yourself where you actually just allowed it to float in. But I also think I'm getting like a little bit of energy with maybe someone else who you were around potentially growing up, because this other card is disguise. So you might have been around people who would disguise their true nature, which would be a low frequency kind of energy, as love. And that's what you thought love was, which goes back to like, have you been accepting love that is transactional, or have you been defining love in a very narrow-minded way, right? What does love actually look like to you? I think that's also something you can add to your journal prompts, which we were talking about earlier. How can you change what love looks like? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? Does it even look and feel like the love that you experienced when you were a child, right? What did that even look like? If it was nothing, then that's a good place to start, right? Like you don't want that at all, but the ancestors in the universe and your guides are really saying like, in order for them to be able to help you manifest everything that you want, you have to have clarity on what it is that you desire emotionally, right? Because emotionally and energetically, they're like this. So your strongest manifestations are just going to come flying through the fucking window the minute that you can make that decision of this is what it feels like, this is what it looks like, and then your energy just drops in and it manifests, right? Like I see this happen all of the time. So just make sure that also when you're journaling, you can talk about either specific relationships that you want to be in or what you're doing right in present tense. That's always something that you can do. And if you want very specific, because I specialize in inner child healing, which is why I have the Fly With Me session. So the Fly With Me sessions are specifically for inner child healing, so we can really dig in, and I put you into a meditative state so we can go back and talk to your inner child in a very, very safe setting, while I can energetically hold space for you. And then we pull in your specific guides. Rather than having a collective reading, I can tap in and be like, these are the guides, these are your angels, these are your ancestors who are here helping you. And then you can have that conversation and we can release it, right? So if you want that extra help, it is there in my bio. But again, make sure that you are being as clear as possible, because the energy is strong. The energy is here to support you. Your ancestors are here to love you. These two are peeking out, so I'm going to pick them up. Stillness. Yeah, we have stillness and submission. So that could be submitting to other people, right? Like allowing them to treat you a different way. And then stillness. This again is going back to your meditations, your stretching. We talked about this on the last live, and even earlier with the Hierophant card, right? Hierophants again are energetic leaders, but they're very intuitive. People looked up to them for their intuition. But in order to do that, they have to be really still. They have to be in nature. There is no stagnancy with them because they've mastered that skill of stillness and energetic alignment. So that is something you also need to look into at the moment. See if there's anything else. I feel like that might be it. There's like money messages coming through, but I feel like they don't want you to focus on exact relationships with people right now, because you've done that for a long time, right? Like that's what this card is. Imagine these are all the people that you've just been holding space for way too long. They're saying like, no, this is what's now. Like this is what's now. And then you will then receive the relationships that you are desiring, but you can't get distracted by the amount of people around you like you've done in the past, because your Hierophant energy, your like 10 of Cups energy, all of that is going to bring the right person. But if you hyper focus on like their looks and like all these things, like it's not going to help you in the long run. Hi Moss, my favorite Moss sauce. Life is good. I hope you're good too. That is it. So just a reminder, for the Unstoppable Wealth Creators, we are starting on 9/19. Thank you all for all the fucking likes. Look how many likes we got in this short amount of time, and all the gifts. Y'all are just so sweet. Yeah, you are so welcome. I'm glad you're all doing the healing. September is perfect time to do that, and it's a manifestation portal. So the ancestors really don't want you to bring forward like anything from the past. Just let it go, so you can go have a party, you can go have a celebration, because you deserve to rest. You deserve to have fun. Yes, I'm sending you all lots of love, lots of hugs. Let's do some deep breathing. Let's do 3 of them. So inhale through the mouth and exhale. Drop your shoulders down and back. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale, and 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good night, everybody. I'm sending you all lots of love, lots of hugs. You know how to reach me. I'm on Instagram or book a reading. Come join my sessions. It's going to be a really healing, fun time. I'm sending you all lots of love. Rest easy. See you.